It's Tuesday, January 15th. These are the activities for digital media. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the agenda that's posted in the stream for today. Now for grade 7 and 8, we're going to start personal business letters at the beginning of class. For 6th grade, we're going to have 10 minutes of working time to finish up memos. And also for 6th grade, all memos 1, 2, 3, and 4, those are due by Thursday. So I'm going to go back and take a look at the stream once more. And you'll see yesterday I posted many things. I've got a slideshow about personal business letters, and then an image with regarding personal business letters. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up this image. And any information that's contained on here, as well as information that's presented in the class, you can expect to be quizzed on. So the first piece of information, if we take a look at this, kind of talks about a letter written by an individual to deal with business of a personal nature. It's simply called a personal business letter. We will type these using block format, and everyone should be familiar with what that is. That's just simply where everything starts on the left side. It is aligned on the left-hand side. We're not using tab. Next thing I want you to notice is the margins, or are the margins for a personal business letter. Your top margin's 2, side margin, and bottom margins, those are 1. Please be familiar with the basic parts of a personal business letter. The return address appears first, and that return address is the address of the person or the company sending the letter. Next is the date, and then that's followed by the letter address. Again, the letter address is where the letter is being sent to. Salutation. Now, what's interesting about the salutation, as well as the complimentary close, after those two pieces of information, you may type using either open punctuation or closed punctuation. We will use open punctuation quite a bit. So what that means is after the salutation and complimentary close, there is no punctuation. So again, I'll show you this during guided practice. It's just a type of format. The body of the letter, that's your paragraphs. The complimentary close, usually that's termed something like sincerely, followed by the name of the writer. Okay, and then you've got a few special parts. Reference initials, you're familiar with already. Those are the initials of the person who's keying the letter if it's someone other than the person that wrote it. And then also make sure that you include an attachment or enclosure notation if that's appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a doc. And we did start on guided practice personal business letter 1 today, and you'll see my file name there, guided practice personal business letter 1. Let's set up our margins. Let's go to File. Let's go to Page Setup. We're going to do a 2-inch top margin. You'll see that here. Everything else is 1. I want you to change your font size to 12, font type to Times New Roman, and please change your spacing to single. Now at the top of the letter, you're going to go ahead and you're going to key the return address that you see here. And you'll notice the date appears in almost an awkward place. It kind of looks like it's part of the return address. Now, after keying the date, okay, you'll see my cursor at the end of the line. You do need a quadruple space. So that means I'm going to hit enter 4 times from this point. And that's going to go ahead, that's going to put me on this next line here. Now, the information that you're seeing right here, this is the letter address. Once you key the letter address, okay, my cursor is after the zip code. I'm going to double space, so that means I'm going to hit enter twice. And then I'm going to key my salutation. Again, I'm typing this using open punctuation, so there's no punctuation that follows the name right here. After my salutation, I will double space. So again, hit enter twice, and then I'm going to begin typing the body of the letter. Now, there are 3 paragraphs to the body of this letter, and you're going to see a double space appears between each paragraph. So that means when my line is at the end of the line, I hit enter twice, and that's where I'm going to start my new paragraph. Now, once you complete typing these 3 paragraphs, you're going to double space. So hit enter twice. That's where you're going to type the word sincerely. So sincerely is my complimentary close. Again, we are using open punctuation on guided practice, personal business letter 1. So I'm going to leave this open here. And I'm going to quadruple space. So you'll notice where my cursor is, hit enter 4 times. After hitting enter 4 times, you're going to type the writer's name, which is found here. Now the quadruple space here leaves enough room for the writer to sign their name before the letter is sent. After the writer's name, double space, and you should type your reference initials, not mine. And then you're going to double space, so hit enter twice from this point, and you want to type the word enclosure with a capital E. The letter did reference a brochure that's enclosed, so that's the reason we're including that notation. I'm going to zoom out because I'm currently on 200%. We're going to take a look at this at about 90%, just so we can preview that format. Again, notice the large margin at the top, quadruple space here, double space here, and a double space there, double space between your paragraphs, so there, and there. After your complimentary close, there's a quadruple space located here, and then you're going to double space after the writer's name. You'll double space after your reference initials. And this is guided practice, personal business letter 1. If you have questions about this activity, please see me. I'm available every morning at 8:25 and after school by appointment.